A grace period of importation and legalization of vehicles in the European offer will end on February 22. BBC News Ukraine has found two families who have used the machines for problemah. One cleared it, the second refused. Their example shows why some Ukrainians decided to take advantage of legal exemptions, but a lot of problemah still did not want to customs clearance cars. In November 2018, after prolonged protests, problemah, the Verkhovna Rada approved amendments to the legislation. On the one hand, members easier and cheaper customs clearance. On the other, has tightened the punishment for those who violate the rules of use of cars with foreign number. The cost of customs clearance depends on several characteristics. The larger the engine capacity, the more expensive. Also the base rate for a gasoline engine cheaper if parvati with diesel. Very expensive customs clearance age of the car. Customs clearance depends on the declared value of a car on which VAT is calculated. Activists demanded to remove or substantially reduce in the formula of the coefficient of age. This would make customs clearance much more accessible, because most of the probleh older than 10 years. When Parliament was allowed a preferential customs clearance, Alexander felt that it would cost $1. It also seemed acceptable, so he started nearly a month epic. First, those entrepreneurs who drove the car from Lithuania and sold it in use. The car was not owned, it is still needed to formalize and bring the contract of purchase and sale. The first step in Ukraine to obtain a special certificate at the National Center of Standardization and Metrology that the car corresponds to the minimum requirements of Euro-2. The first payment and the first receipt, about 1,000 hryvnia for arrivals at customs, says Alexander. Officially it is the provision of services for vehicles in the customs control zone. The greatest costs excise tax, VAT and 5-10% import duty. Another expense is voluntary payment for cars that were on the territory of Ukraine with violation of requirements of the customs code. Together with excise tax, VAT and import duty, it all took one payment at 38.5 thousand. The excise tax was calculated as volume of the engine, the 1.6, was multiplied by the excise tax of €50, gasoline, and vehicle age, 15, for all cars older than 15 years. He was supposed to be €1,200. However, given 50% discount in the first 3 months of the new rules, it amounted to €600. VAT is considered to the official value of the vehicle, €700, as indicated in the contract of purchase and sale, and excise duty, €600, and import duties. Of this amount, calculate 20%. Only VAT was about €270. Important caveat, customs normally accepted is stated in the agreement of purchase and sale price of €700. Although Alexander was afraid that they may inflate the cost from which payments are calculated, because many of his friends were faced with this problem. And at the finish had to pay in the service center administrative services, hryvnia pension collection and payment for the room. It has everything. The car has received a brand new Ukrainian numbers and ceased to be Bramshaw. All costs amounted to 54,000 wa, or about $2,000. For $500 more than the previous calculation. The same amount he advises to add to the previous Rosho, car buying, $2,100, and customs clearance, $2,000, cost $4,100. A little too much, but for the money on the market in this state do not buy, says Alexander. This car, even the old, very popular with small businesses. This is a real workhorse. A year ago to buy it on the Ukrainian rooms were very expensive, $4,000-5,000, and Avtonomera, only $1. All the benefits of a workhorse, for businesses, disadvantages for customs clearance. First of all, diesel engine. Firm the basic rate of excise duty is €75, not 50. Second, this engine size is 2.5. And also age, more than 15 years. At customs, the cost of this car is estimated at no less than €2,000. So, after all the calculations, Sergey saw that the customs clearance with all payments and inquiries will cost $3,000. Sergey felt that now such cargo vans to the Ukrainian rooms are already somewhere around $3,500–4,000. Customs clearance the car for the same money makes no sense. Cars, like mine, will understand the parts for customs clearance is unprofitable, supposes Sergey. Something similar wants to do and he, because Mayfair owners, probleh, will act fines in the hundreds of thousands of hryvnia. Someone finally raised the money for this. And who saw that it is profitable to buy a car with a small engine and fast customs clearance, while the window of opportunity is not closed.